So many businesses believe that marketing is the main driver of new sales, but it's not. Marketing only gets people to look at you or your company or your product or your service. Whether you do word of mouth or online ads or direct mail or TV spots or a combination of all of them, all they do is get more people to look at you. Once you spend all that money to get people to look at you, what are you going to do? The number one thing you need to do once you get the attention of your audience is share your message. And your message better be highly appealing to them and really unique. Now, I'm going to use words like message and story synonymously here because some of the absolute best business messages, the ones that turn small companies into industry giants, the ones that get remembered and shared by millions, the ones that not only drive a lot of sales in your business, but also attract better employees who want to work for you, those messages are normally stories. Here, let me give you an example. And while I'm sharing this with you, I want you to think about your business and your message. And if you don't have a great message yet, building one for your business can be the single greatest revenue booster, and it can boost your bottom line revenue almost immediately. But this example is about a woman's perfume that's been around since about 1920. And even though tens of thousands of other perfume companies have come and gone, even though thousands of other perfumes are endorsed by mega movie stars and pop singers and actresses, none of those other ones continue to sell like this perfume. And one of the reasons this perfume has been a top seller for so long in a highly, highly competitive market is because of their story. Because it's not just a perfume. Their story sucks you in and it makes you want to buy, and it makes wearing it worth the extra money that you're going to pay. Because this perfume includes two main flowers. I mean, it includes a lot of different things, but two main flowers: sweet jasmine, which is harvested only from one field in France, and May rose. Now, their jasmine only flowers overnight, and it has to be harvested just from these 3-foot-high bushes that it grows on, has to be harvested before noon. So every morning, their fields in France overflow with their team who handpicks this jasmine before lunchtime, before the blooms disappear. And by noon, the petals have all been weighed and numbered and logged into the ledger, and all the pickers have been paid and sent home. But I want you to picture this. One flower picker takes about an hour to harvest just 1 pound of jasmine, but it takes 772 pounds to make just 2 pounds of the solution that this perfume comes from. Or said another way, they need to pick about 1,000 flowers, choosing just the ones at their peak in order to make just a single ounce of the perfume that makes it into the stores. And when all other perfume companies were moving their fields overseas, where they could get away with using pesticides and they could get flowers harvested and grown for about 1/8 of the cost, this particular perfume company has never used flowers from any field other than the original fields in France, so that the integrity of their scent is consistent. And that's the short story. I mean, the long story describes a whole bunch of other things, like how this perfume, Chanel No. 5, was the official perfume of the Russian royal family for generations. So picture this. You're in the market for a perfume, and you hear that story. And you compare that to one of the thousands of other perfumes being marketed by some pop singer. Which perfume do you choose? Your story needs to captivate people and add perceived value to your product or your service. Because most marketing experts agree that you only have about 28 seconds to get people stuck on your message. But whether it's 28 seconds or as long as a few minutes before people decide to listen to you or not, the message in your marketing, your story, or even the first sentence you say in an elevator pitch must create a bond, an interest in you and your company. Now, the greatest companies in the world have grown in spite of the economy by persistently communicating interesting messages to their target audience. So if there's a cool story about your business or your product or even somebody inside of your business, I promise you that properly using that story in your marketing could be the biggest game changer for you. And it's super simple to do. And if you need help perfecting your story, I've made videos about that. Just go through YouTube or my Instagram and you'll find them. Or go to my website, because we've got a lot of resources there to help you make sure that your business is built to grow too.